Discussion and possible action regarding Resolution 2012-08 to conform with the new state consolidated election law, HB 2826, that the next term of the mayor and council be from the first council meeting in June 2013 up to the first council meeting in December 2016. Mr. Wright.
Mayor, members of council, this action and this resolution is required due to the mandate of House Bill 2826. The legislature stated when they enacted this law, and it went into effect in middle May 2012, that the legislature finds and determines that for the purposes of increasing voter participation and for decreasing the cost to the taxpayers, it's a matter of statewide concern that all elections in the state be conducted on a limited number of days, and therefore the legislature finds and declares that the holding of all elections on certain specific consolidated days is a matter of statewide concern. Now, as you know, the town of Carefree scheduled for an election in 2013. All of the terms that you have here would be expiring at that election. If we went with the normal procedure, which is a 2-year election cycle, we would end up with the date 2015. That's not allowed under this particular legislation. In the election that's coming up in 2013, those particular candidates will be running for a 3.5-year term. So their term would expire in November 2016. At that time, the town will be in sync with the law, and the town will then go back to its regular 2-year election cycle. Does anybody have any question?
When you say the town elected to go long,
well, if we went short,
no, I understand.
So.
But I don't remember.
We haven't decided anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that's what this resolution does. This resolution basically takes the cycle long.
No, I understand.
So we can get in sync with state law.
No.
So, Mike, what you're saying, legislative act was performed by the House and Senate.
Right.
We have to conform to state statute. So now we have to perform a sort of a housekeeping administrative act or a resolution to conform with the state statute.
Exactly.
Well, they're pretty much in a nutshell.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's what this resolution does.
Yeah.
Councilman Kearney.
So in our paperwork it says, if the state law is subsequently revised by the legislature, the town shall conform immediately to the enacted legislation. So if we decide to say go along with the 3.5 years and they change their minds, at what point can we no longer react? I mean, certain things go in motion once we decide to go for, say, 3.5 years. And if they retract the legislation or revise it or say, okay, we made a mistake, we changed our minds.
Well, okay, but this resolution is just for this upcoming cycle.
Right.
It doesn't, it's not, it's a temporary fix to get us in sync with the state.
Okay, so but if the state changes their mind, we're still going to...
Oh, if they know. Right.
Another way to answer the councilman's questions is at its most recent gathering, the League unanimously passed a resolution. The League of Towns and Cities representing 91 municipalities, or 92, unanimously passed a resolution asking the legislature to repeal HB 2826. Failing repeal, fix all the problems it's created. They gave us no instruction on how to do this. They basically just said, here's a good idea, make it happen. The resolution's worded as it is so that we can accommodate anything that the legislature does in its next session, which begins in January. The practical problem we have is in a few weeks, candidates for council will be taking out packets to run for council, and I think it's fair to them to know what they're doing. It's also fair to the citizens to know what's going on. This way, up front, this council has said, until the legislature changes its mind or not changes its mind, this is what Carefree intends to do. The legislature, in its infinite wisdom, changes something, the next council will probably have to deal with it. Or this council will be stuck with any money to do it. Is there a motion?
I make a motion there regarding the resolution 2012-08, that we approve it, to change the election cycle for the next election in 3.5 years.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2012-08. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.